Welcome to block 4. Okay, so this is a little block class. So we basically do the semester with inside a quarter, which means there's a lot of work. But that's okay. That means you get it done faster. I'm Mr. Hancock. I am your geography teacher. Uh, so a little bit about me. I'll go put it over so you can see me and my family. As you can see over to, let me get my little pointer out here. I actually have 3 kids. This is my daughter right there that I'm pointing the finger thing at. Okay, her name is Brooklyn. She is now 6. This was taken a little while ago. This is my son, Kason. He is almost 3, gonna be 3 in about a week or so. And this is my very little one. His name is Kaler. And Kaler is actually now 8 months. So this is a little outdated picture. So I assume I need to update my pictures a little bit. So that is a little bit about me. I've been married for almost 10 years to my wife, Christy. You can see that picture right there. And then you can kind of see some things like I like to do. I like to do outdoors activities. That's me wakeboarding last summer. Um, Besides wakeboarding, I like to travel and meet new people and do new things like that. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. So for UTVA, I right now I just teach geography. Actually, they're going to give me some. They may give me some more classes next year, so I may be able to teach you again next year. I also like. I actually do driver's education. It's a little sub thing for UTVA that we contract through. So if you ever need to do get your driver's license, I actually ride in the car with you. You do a little online class, and we can help you get your license there. So you can actually go to drivefit.net and you could sign up for that. Um, so you can get a little bit of credit through UTVA if you do it, but you can take a look at it there. Uh, Tyler asked, do you like to hunt or do you just like that shirt? Yes, I actually do hunt. Yeah, I like to hunt big game most of the time, but yes. Uh, BRB, I can't remember what that stands for. My little brother throws beats. Sorry, I don't know what that means. You're working on getting your probably your blue card, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'm actually during the summer I'm going on a bear hunt. So hopefully it'll be okay up in Idaho. So, all right. Well, thank you. I might need all the luck I can get. I just hope I come out alive. Uh, Going on a bear hunt. I'm not afraid. Yeah, I guess we could play that if we wanted to. All right, so that's just a little bit about me. Hopefully, I'll get to learn you a little bit more during the block um, as we learn a little bit about geography. So let's go into kind of geography and what it is. Okay, so a brief definition of geography. It is the study of the earth and everything in it. So as we're talking about almost anything in the entire earth, we're talking about geography. Now there's 5 themes that we'll kind of get to um, as we're talking about geography, and we try to stay in those 5 themes because I mean they are fairly broad, but we look at different areas as we're kind of going through there. So I want to do a little class orientation. Probably most of you have been with UTVA before or taken some classes, but it's always good to review how things are done and what you need to do. Okay, a couple things of how can I pass this class. Okay, good thing is uh, some steps and everything is one, log into the course each day. Okay, that's important. Um, there's new things that come up that you need to get done, and if you are caught up, start working on future projects. Then, if you do have something that comes up and you can't get to one of the assignments, you're already a little bit ahead. Okay, the next one is complete your assigned task. Um, when you turn in your projects and stuff, I'll look at them, I'll grade them and stuff, and I really have a pretty fast turnaround of when I grade them. And if you grade them on time and stay basically on pace, that I'll talk about every time at the beginning of class where you are and where you're supposed to be, you'll keep going. Do you have good question, Susan? Do you have a question or do you have an assignment every day? You don't have assignments every day. I put everything at the due date, and I'm going to go into that in just 1 second. Okay, so you just bear with me for a second. We'll do that. And then the big one is if you need help, ask. Okay, I'm here to do it. I have my Google number that you can call, you can text, email, anything that works the best for you. Okay, that's what to do. Okay, so let's kind of go into the class real quick. I have the layout on here, but it's better if I just screen share, and hopefully the screen share works and you can see it. So, oh great, I'm not seeing what I need to see. Well, hold on, bear with me real quick. Oh, there it is. Perfect. All right, can you see our, oh, okay, it should start sharing with you what our class looks like. Can you guys see that? Let me clear the checks, and if you'll just give me a green check as it comes up. No, 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 no. Okay. I may have to try this again. No blank screen. Okay. Something's asking me to leave a screen. I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to start trying to share one more time, okay? We'll see if this one works, okay? So I'm going to clear the check boxes and share. Okay, give it a second and see if that pops up there. Okay, are you able to see my screen now? No? Well, that's not fun. Okay, let me try one more time, okay? Third time's a charm. Let's hope. Cross our fingers. Go from there. All right, can you see now? Oh, it's showing my other screen. Oh, you can probably see people and stuff. Okay, can you see now? Yes, all right. But you can see my entire desktop, which is awesome. If I can make this the same size. All right. Let's see here real quick. Glitchy, okay. I'm gonna throw you guys over here. Sorry, I'm working off two screens here, and I've never done that before. Okay, awesome. Can you see? How's it working now, guys? Can you see it? Looks good. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Took a little bit of time, but we got there. Okay, so here you have the class. Okay, one thing that I use quite a bit is the class announcements. Okay, please read the class announcements. I try to make them pretty short. As you can see here, this one I put in a good link to have. This is our link for our class. Okay, so you want to click on that link to get there, or you can go to the live class link um, just right here. Okay. I'm also going to use what's called Google Folders. Anybody who has used Google Folders before? If you've used Google Folders before, give me a green check. If you have not, give me an X. Okay, so most of you have not. Okay, so you're going to get introduced to this. So what's going to happen is I'm going to post my recordings and everything in a Google folder, and it's just a link. It's a link, and it will look like this. Boom, it'll come up, and it'll say Geography Class Folder. And I'm going to post these on our announcement page, okay? And it's going to have something in here like this, Lesson 1. And in Lesson 1, I have my PowerPoints from today. I have the exit ticket in there where you can just click on the exit ticket. It'll bring up a little document here, and you can get that hyperlink and do the exit ticket. I also have little supplementary videos, which this is a little cheesy video. And then I'm also going to put in our recording from today. So right now I'm recording what we're doing, and I will post it in here. So if you've missed a class or you're not sure what I said, you can go back and you can watch those lessons, okay? And it's all in one easy place. And I'll post that link on the announcement page. Okay, so that's pretty important, okay? So this area, it'll just look just like this, but it'll be the Google one, and you can click it and it'll take you right to this page right here. It'll have the lessons build up. If you want to see like last semester's, it looks like this, and I'll have like Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, all our units, and you can come in here and you can be like, okay, I need some questions on this one, and I have the video, I have the PowerPoint, and I have the exit ticket, okay? So this is really good, especially if you get behind or you miss something, you can always go back and get that, all right? Okay, next is, this is a big one you want to use, is the plan button, okay? You want to just click here, you can open it in a new tab, that's what I like to do, and you can see what's happening. So as you can see, I've put here on Monday, and if you haven't done this yet, it's okay. On Monday, if you could just go over like the syllabus, teacher contact, the academic integrity, means we're not copy and pasting things, plagiarism, grading information, getting started, teacher resources, okay? So I kind of put those in there. Today, what I'm asking you to do is just kind of go for the teacher guide, raise your hand, that kind of stuff. So this is how I've broken it up. Every Friday and every Wednesday, those are when things are going to be due in my class, okay? And whatever I've gone over in my class or my flipped class, that's a little something that's different. So Friday or Wednesday, I have a live class just like this, and Friday I have a flipped class. So I record it and I will put it into the class announcements, the link to where it is, and it goes to that Google folder, and you can go and watch it, okay? So the live class on Wednesday, flipped class. So whatever I go here Wednesday, it's going to be due on Friday. So that basically gives you 2 days to do it. So what I'm going over today is basically 1.01 and 1.02, and that will be due Friday. And what I go over Friday in the flipped class will be due Wednesday, which is 1.03 and 1.04, okay? What I go over the 11th will be due on the 13th, okay? And you kind of see how that works. So that goes all the way through. So I have a pacing guide that goes all the way until the day that we are all looking for, which is the last day of school, which is June 1st. But we should be done a little bit before that. So if you need to know what to do, I have that going there. Okay, so this goes into what do I have to do? and that kind of comes on the content end of things. So if you click on here, press open a new tab, it'll take you to the content. Okay, so you can see here this has basically teacher contract, resources, all that fun stuff. But really what we want to do, the meat and potatoes of it, is these 5 units, okay? We have 5 units. The first unit is an introduction to geography. The second unit is North America. The third unit is Central America. The fourth unit is South America. And the fifth unit is Western Europe. So I've broken it down. Each of them have 6 little lessons within inside of them. Each time we meet or each time I have a lesson, I go over 2 of them. Okay. And in this is, we'll take this one for example. I have basically 3 assignments that we need to do in each unit. Okay. One or 2 of them are quizzes. So if I see go through 1.01 and 1.02, you go through the information in 1.01, and then 1.02, you have information, you have a quiz. Okay, so that's your first assignment. Your second assignment, okay, in 1.03 and 1.04, you'll have a quiz on 1.04, and 1.05 and 1.06, you will have an actual project. So you have a project in each unit, and you have 2 quizzes in each unit. Okay, I had some questions. One, what is the flipped class for? Okay, so really we're supposed to hold 2 classes a week. So the flipped class is just to go through the content of the class that we missed, because it's on a Friday evening, or not evening, but late afternoon, and I'm assuming you don't want to be in class. So I'll have that up for you sometime Friday for you to look at. Okay, what do the projects consist of? Very good. We have one, I have like a little PowerPoint that you do. One that I have a little speech. One you have a little writing assignment. One you have a little poster or flyer that you make. So they're not very much. And we're going to go over each of them in detail of how to do them and stuff. So it won't be, and they're not really hard. Like I'm talking uh, like a writing assignment, I'm talking like 3 paragraphs. Okay, so really not that difficult. Okay, Caleb says kind of confusing. You'll get the hang of it, I promise. Everybody does. All right. Okay, any other questions so far? Okay, some of the big ones is you'll ask is, how do I get extra credit, right? Because everybody likes to boost their grade up a little bit. Okay, doing the exit tickets, and I accept the exit, all the exit tickets are extra credit, okay? And the discussions are extra credit as well. So if you do those, you're going to boost your grade a little bit and get some extra credit in the class. Okay. All right, I do have. Okay. What are the discussions? Okay, the discussions are just about the topics in that lesson, and you can have a little discussion. So, good question. Okay, so basically those are the 4 places you need to kind of go to get the material, okay? Um, the class home, plan, and content as you go through here. And then everything is going to be in one convenient location as I post on the announcement board in the Google folder, okay? And so if you miss a class, or the flipped classes are going to be there on there, and you'll learn it pretty easily, okay? All right, let me get rid of this application sharing, and we'll go back to, all right. Are you seeing the PowerPoint now? Can you give me a green check mark if you can? All right, good. We're back. Okay, so going over it, I kind of went over all these things that are in these last couple slides. Uh, of course, the class home, where you find the announcements, the plan, uh, and then also the content page, right? Go to the top, and then where you find those different things. And as I said, 2 quizzes for each unit. So in the total of the class, right? And this is really a semester class. I know there's a lot in it, but it's just a block. So you basically have uh, 10 quizzes that you do and 5 projects. And that's basically what the class consists of. And then you have your extra credit. So if you just keep on pace, then you won't really get behind. Okay, so here are some helpful hints, okay? One, uh, I let you retake the quizzes as many times as you would like to get your desired score. So if you don't do well on a quiz, retake it, get a better score, okay? And you can keep retaking it. Okay, number 2, get extra credit, fill out the exit tickets, and post on the discussion board. And I will accept those at any time. Okay, so if you even miss a class and you forgot to do the exit ticket, go back and do the exit ticket. You can find it in that Google folder. Number 3, redo any assignments or basically the projects if you don't do well on them. I had somebody that thought they were funny, and when we were doing our poster on poverty, they decided to just copy a picture of Donald Trump and turn it in. Well, they didn't do too well on it because it wasn't about poverty. And of course, he has a lot of money, so there's nothing about poverty on there. But so he had to redo his assignment, all right, and get some things. And then the last one is keep pace with the plan. This is a block course and it kind of goes by pretty fast. And I know sometimes we all go, and at this time of year, we get what's called summeritis, which basically means that we don't want to be here. Just do the best you can. I'll work with you. We can get you good in a passing grade, okay? All right, letter grades. Of course, we want to get the A, so you got to get in the 90 range, as you can see the other scale right there. Okay, let's go over now what our first two 1.01 and 1.02 are. Uh, they are the themes of geography. And I see somebody did a private comment. I'll get to that in just a second, okay? Uh, all right, the themes of geography. There's 5 of them. And if you go on the Google folder, which I will give that to you out shortly, to do the exit ticket and everything else, you can watch the little video. It's a little cheesy video. It's a little rap about the 5 themes of geography. So I encourage you to watch that. Okay, so for the first theme of geography is location. Okay, it's there's 2 types of location that we look at. One is the exact or absolute location or latitude or longitude. This could be like your address where you live in Utah. Okay, so I live at 2540 north da 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 west. Okay, I didn't want to give you my thing because you might toilet paper my house, and I wouldn't be happy. Uh, so at or we have also that's free toilet paper. Then you have also relative location, which means, hey, I live 3 houses down from the Walmart, or I live across the street from the church. So those are relative location. So I'll give you a good example of exact location. Has anybody heard of geocaching before? Or know what geocaching? A couple of you? Yeah? No? Okay. All right. So geocaching, what it is, and I like to bring my daughter on it. My sons will get to this point as well. But what you do is you have a little GPS, and people have hidden little kind of, they're almost like treasures, um, or caches. So a cache is like Cache County, like up in northern Utah. Does anybody live in Cache County? That's named after the area where the mountain men used to go, and they used to hide their furs and stuff in a location. So people hide things in these little areas, and then they put the coordinates online, and you go find them. And usually they have little like logs in there saying that you found it and stuff. They hide them really good. So what I do is I take my GPS and then I go out on this latitude and longitude and I go and I find these little treasures, with my daughter. And so it's a good way to get outside and that kind of stuff. I guess you could say it's kind of like catching Pokemon on the Pokemon Go thing a little bit. It uses GPS coordinates, but it's been around for a long time. But they have it everywhere. They have them that are in water. Heard some that you have to even go scuba diving to find. So I haven't got to that point yet, but maybe someday. So that's a good example of exact location. A relative location is um, uh, is basically saying, and this is what we do all the time, right? I live 5 houses down from so and so, right? Or I live, 2 houses down from the park. And so we see what we know in that area and we kind of describe it to other people of where things are. So the first theme of geography is location. The next one is, what is it like? It's the place. So I'm pointing my little thing right here at some, what kind of food is that? Somebody tell me. Sushi. All right, is anybody sushi fans? Like some raw fish? Yeah, never had it. Okay, maybe that's something you have to try. When I go to different locations around the world, which I said I like to travel, you gotta try their food, right? See exactly what they eat. It wasn't too long ago I went to Belize, which is a little country in Central America, just south of Mexico, and I had a traditional lunch there that was beans and rice, and it had some chicken in it. So that was really good. So you really need to try different foods. Okay. Um, so that's always a good thing. So sushi, can anybody tell me where sushi comes from? Where does it originate from? What country? Japan. Awesome. You are correct. Okay, some other things that are interesting when you travel to different locations is housing. Okay, some people live really, really close to each other. They live in apartments. When I lived in the United Kingdom, which is consists of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, we lived in little things called flats, which are kind of like little apartments. They kind of look like these right here at the bottom where I'm pointing my little finger thing. Uh, Where were you born? No, where was I born there? No, I was not. So I was born in Utah. So, but I just lived over there for a little bit. Yeah, I've been a lot of places, which is really fun. Yeah, so they have flats, or they have different uh, there. Okay. Also another one is religion. Okay. What kind of religion are they? Right. You know, if we think about Utah, what do people think about when they think about Utah and they think about religion? Yeah, all right. So the Mormons founded Utah, or at least settled Utah. I guess they didn't find it. The Native Americans were here first, but so that is something that's associated with Utah. Okay, if you were to go over to India, okay, do you know what religion they are? Yeah, so that they have a lot of Hindus and they have a lot of Buddhists over there as well. So that is something to take into effect. Another one is what you look at this picture right here is what's the climate like? Okay. Think of Utah. Everybody thinks it's like a desert and the mountains and stuff like that. It's kind of bland, honestly. As I said before, I went to Belize not too long ago, and it was tropical. Okay, we actually went and my wife and we rode razors through the jungle, and we stopped by and um, we actually went and stopped and we saw a tarantula that was probably about that big. Okay, uh, it was fun, and they had a lot of water in the jungle area, um, and the coastline, beaches. Was something you don't have here in Utah, like a little bit different. Um, if you go up to um, north, the northwest, like Washington, Oregon, on the coast, it's going to be cool and rainy and that kind of stuff. Okay, so Tyler said, well, Mikhail said, I live in a desert. Okay. Tyler said, Bland, Utah. It's snowing and it's 80, but that would be super cool. Uh, yeah, so Utah, like, well, I've just lived here for a long time, so maybe I'm getting kind of bored of it. It does have a lot to offer, though. You're right, Tyler. There are some very beautiful places here in Utah. I don't want to diss on Utah. All right. Okay, so next, clothing. Okay, what kind of clothing do they wear in that area? Um, so if we talk about maybe the Middle East, right? Uh, any kind of woman or something like that, they must be like covered up. They must wear a burqa or things like that. Okay. Um, what's the cool thing to wear in Utah right now? Is it ripped jeans or something like that? Um, I don't know. What do you kids wear these days? I don't know. I don't know what the cool thing was. I'm so old, like bell-bottom jeans were cool. Maybe not that bad. I'm not that old. Okay, sweatpants, basketball shorts, even in winter. I don't know. Plaid jeans, ripped jeans are always in fashion. Okay. Okay, very good. Good. I like the comments coming in. Okay, the next one over here is nationality. Okay. What's the government like, right? Is it a free country? Is it ran by a dictator, ruler, or something like that? Okay, so there's a lot of things to consider like that. Okay, the next one is movement. This is the third theme of geography. Movement are how goods, people, and services move from one place to another. Okay, and one thing that's connected us a lot is what we're on right now, the internet. Okay, the internet has connected the whole entire world, so you can speak with anybody in the entire world. So things have been able to move a lot faster because of the internet. Uh, but if we think about things, I'm gonna go upstairs in a little bit, up in my house, and I'm gonna go eat a banana where the kitchen is. I'm in the basement right now. Um, but you think, was that banana grown in Utah? No? Okay, where was it grown? Any thoughts? Okay, California could be one. They don't grow a lot of things. Mexico could be one. Some grow in Mexico. I'm thinking, yeah, like the Central or South America. Okay, that was grown from there, and it was shipped. It was moved there. So we have products that come to and from. Okay, and then we also have people. Okay, one of the big things that's going on in politics is I'm talking about people moving from one country to another. Uh, and people wanting them to come and want people not wanting them to come. Um, so that movement is kind of we have what's called push and pull factors. Okay, so push factors are basically like if somebody was in war in their country, that's going to push them out of the country, right? It's like, well, I don't want to get injured. I don't want to be hurt. I'm gonna move. Pull factors are something like if things are going really good, like there's a lot of jobs, let's say in Utah. Well, people are going to come to Utah because they have these jobs. So you have the push and you have the pull factors that happen there. So that's movement. We're talking about products, food, services, which could be your information, could be, and that really online, right? We're even talking online right now. And then also people, they all move. Okay, the next one is region. Okay, regions are part of the world that we identify with. So as we're going through, remember we have 5 different units. Okay, we're going to be looking, first one's just an over general view of geography. Then we're going to look at North America. Um, and so that's basically, we could say that's a region. And so we're going to look at that. So you can even break those down even more to the United States. Well, you can break it down even more to maybe like, let's think of uh, like the deep south. Anybody heard of the phrase the deep south in the United States? What would that be considered? Yes. Okay. Bridger, you said you know. What states would that be? Anybody know what states that? Okay, Georgia. All right, Georgia. Very good. What about Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, right? And they all have some southern draws that they run out in Alabama and Louisiana. And there's other things that are associated with them as well, like fried chicken. They like everything fried. Okay, they speak a little bit differently. Um, the way they speak is a little bit different. We can talk about Utah as well. Utah is a little bit different compared to other places. You could almost consider it Utah and the areas around it. What's some things that Utah is known for? Talked about the South was known for fried chicken and draws. Okay, so some snow. That's good. So that's more of that. Crazy weather, skiing. Yeah, it's hot, but it's also really cold too, right? What are some things, more aspects of like people, right? Some weird things that Utah people say, maybe. Okay, if I were to go over on the East Coast and I were to say, so let's say New York or something like that, and I'd say, hey, I want to pop. Would they know what I'm talking about? Have you heard of that before? What's a pop? Yeah, Ellie is soda. Yeah, it's a soda. But they don't say that. They say either soda. Like they don't say pop. That's something that's more of a Utah thing. It's like I want to pop. Okay. If you go anywhere outside of Utah or the neighboring states and you ask for fry sauce, has anybody ever went to a different state and asked for fry sauce? And what would they say? Yeah, they said, what are you talking about? Because they don't know what fry sauce is. Fry sauce is a Utah thing, guys. Yeah, so anyways, there's certain things in certain areas as we're kind of studying, and we get all have build like our own culture and way of speaking and the way of associating. So, what would they call it? Well, they actually don't even have fry sauce. Yep, they don't even have fry sauce. I mean, I've seen people out of state because they like fry sauce so much. What they did is they just got ketchup and mayonnaise and put it together. So yeah, very good. Yep. So it's kind of interesting as we're thinking about these things. They don't really have boundaries, right? But that's basically what a region is. Okay, the last theme of geography is human and environment interaction. Okay, as you can kind of see these pictures over here, okay, there's some things that men have made. Okay, so right up here, there's an oil rig. Okay, we get oil from the ground, we use it, we refine it to put gasoline in our vehicles. Right here, we have a dam. We have a dam that we can block water. This happens a lot in Utah. We block the water in the mountains, so then we can let it go in the summer to grow crops, get water, that kind of stuff. And that's how humans affect their environment. But also the environment affects humans. Okay, not too long ago, they had the horrible fires up in uh, northern California, burned a whole bunch of places. Okay, you also have, as I went to Belize and that kind of stuff, some of the other countries around there, they got hit really hard in the Caribbean with hurricanes. The hurricanes came through, and so there's a lot of natural disasters in the way that uh, the environment affects humans. Okay, so that basically leads us to the end of class. So you guys are going to be doing your first